exchange. And let's go ahead and jump into our next game, which is going to be another divisional matchup. And this one is going to be between the Titans, who are 3-6, Jaguars 6-3, 6.5 point spread over under 40. And you know what, Jeff? I do my lines as well too. And it's crazy how a lot of these lines kind of spoke to what I was already on, because I had the Commanders as a big 9-point favorite, 8-point favorite. I had the Cowboys as a big favorite as well too. Also, who else? I'm looking at it now, and I also had the Lions as a big favorite. You know what I mean? So we're matching up a little bit, but this one right here, I had actually set up the Titans to be about a 4.5 here. You know what I mean? Because I felt like that this is a divisional game, and it seems like that the Jaguars have had their issues with these games. And I will say this: last week was a much needed situation for the Jaguars to make them realize that they're not there yet. They're not here yet. You know what I mean? That, just because you've been, crowned the AFC South champion before the season started doesn't mean that you win it without actually trying to win it. And I think last week they got a real big dose of reality when playing against the 49ers, seeing the levels of how it is in the NFL. And I think the Jaguars came out there with the idea that they were going to be able to dominate the San Francisco 49ers, but none of that worked. Nothing that they drew up worked against them. They absolutely got shredded. 34-3 is something that you really, really look at and you say to yourself, we got to kind of question this team a little bit on who they truly are. But when you look at their wins, they got a good win over a middling New Orleans team that's most likely going to win their division. Then they got a pretty good win over let me just get to their schedule. But the Jaguars, all in all, though, man, I just really think that they pretty much lost a lot of our faith. You know what I mean? But they just coming straight off of a 5-game winning streak. They had just had a bye as well too, so they come off the bye and they got to get it started again. And pretty much this is what happened to them last year as well too. And I'm looking at these wins; they got good wins here, but now it looks like the Houston win is a lot stronger now, because Houston has shown us that they're really a good team. So this situation with the Jaguars, you had to watch it, because the Texans look like how the Jaguars looked last year. And I remember me being one of the people that was crowning the Titans as the champion at this point of the year. Jeff, you remember that, right? When I used,
yep.
Titans aren't going to lose the division. They ain't going to lose the division. And what happened, Jeff? They lost the division. Oh, the Jaguars are out of this thing. So you can't say that they're out of this thing at all. You know what I mean? Because right now it looks like Houston's making the same exact move that the Jaguars made last year. Your quarterback's coming of age. Your defense is playing gritty, savvy football. And only way we can go is up at this point. So that's what you see. But the Jaguars know that this is a divisional game. They're going to have to take it a lot more seriously than they did last week. I know they tried to take that game seriously, but San Francisco's just that damn good. Okay? That's what we just have to understand as fans and as analysts of the game, is that sometimes when the team's just that damn good, you're not going to be able to do anything with them. But this week, you know what? They may go into this one with the idea that they already got this team beat. And so that gives me the idea that I got to shake things up a little bit, Jeff, because you know what? Will Levis, I was a big hater on Will Levis, but you know what? I like Will Levis. I like the way that he plays. I think that they didn't set him up well at home against the Buccaneers. They didn't set him up well in that game against the Buccaneers last week. Buccaneers were a team that was overdue for a win. We know that. And the Titans just were kind of stuck in neutral because they had to go against Ty Bowles, one of the better defensive minds in the league, who's just like your Belichick. He knows how to shut down rookie quarterbacks. Now we go back into this week, and Jacksonville has some real questions to answer. I feel like Will Levis and DeAndre Hopkins can take advantage of that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shake the table, Jeff. The good news only, dog, bet of the week. Hand me the Titans at plus 225. Let's get it.
No, I like you where your eyes are. I really do. And we talked backstage about this. It was the perfect storm. The 49ers desperately needed a bye week, and they had lost three in a row. The world was ending. They weren't the Super Bowl champs. They weren't even going to, get out of the first round of the NFC playoffs, yada, yada, yada. What do? They get healthy. They get Debo back. They get Trent Williams back. Oh, and they just added Chase Young. You could tell in the first quarter, like San Fran did to the Pittsburgh Steelers on opening day, they won the game in the first quarter. The Jags, on the other hand, did not need that bye week. Winners of five in a row. Hey, let's keep playing. Unfortunately, they had the bye week. Unfortunately, in come the 49ers, and the rest is history. We'll see what this team is made out of. Lawrence had no chance. ETN nowhere to be found. This Calvin Ridley myth. I haven't seen much from him in a while. I saw him on a milk carton the other day when I was going to get some milk at the local grocery store. The fact of the matter is, Will Levis came in 2 weeks ago, threw four touchdowns. Vrabel tried to say, "Hey, pump the brakes, pal. You're not there yet." Kind of a not a good game last week. But again, you probably get a good bounce back spot from him. I bought the hook. I took the Jags to -6, hoping that they win by a touchdown here. My true numbers was 6.5 for the 40, still 6.5 in the 40 at the Circa in Las Vegas, where I am right here. Not even the public knows which way to go here, Pop. So I like where you are here, though. I could definitely listen. Oh, Henry slowing down. Tajay Spears starting to get a lot more run. They need O. Henry here this week if they're going to have a chance. And as you said, D Hop as well. So I think this will be one of the better games of the week. Give me the Jags -6, Pops.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, and then we got a good battle here. This is a quarterback battle right here. You got the Cards 2-8. You got the